you guys, welcome back to the Lightford house, and today, as promised, we're going to do a kind of get ready with me video. Now normally I don't use a moisturizer because my skin's already kind of oily, but in the winter months my skin tends to dry out a little bit, so I am going to go in with this JLo Beauty, that Blockbuster moisturizer. I'm just going to put a little bit on all the dry areas, basically my forehead, my chin, and my cheeks before I get started with the makeup. So in the summertime I kind of just skip over moisturizer, but skin's feeling a little bit dry today. And you really want to get your under eye area good. Make sure there's plenty of moisturizer under there before we get started. And I think there is some SPF in here, so that's really good too for protecting your skin in case you go outside. And I really recommend the JLo Beauty facial cleanser and glow serum. I've tried those and they work really well also. So there's the moisturizer. Next we're going to go in with this primer, and it did say to wait about 30 seconds before putting on foundation after you use your primer. So we're going to go in with this e.l.f. primer, and here's what it looks like. I'm just going to use my finger to place some of this on my cheeks, just where I have like enlarged pores, and it does feel hydrating. I'm also going to put some under my eye area as well, and it smells really good. It has a nice sweet kind of scent to it, and I'm going to put some just right here on my forehead, just kind of right there, and then we'll wait about 30 seconds before going into foundation. So it doesn't take much of that. Next I'm going to put on my eyelid primer while this sits on my face. So I just have some, and some of the stuff, guys, comes from Walmart, Dollar Tree. Like, it's not, I don't spend a lot of money on makeup because I don't even wear makeup every day. Especially days that I'm working from home, I generally don't put any on. Only if I'm going somewhere, or like on the weekends I will, because, and honestly, once I put on my face of makeup, I just feel like I'm ready to start my day. So I'm just taking a tiny amount there and putting it on my eyelids. It's just going to help the eyeshadow to stick to the eyelid and kind of stay in place for most of the day. And I just rub that in like so. And I hope the lighting is good here. I do apologize if it's not. Okay, so this has set on my face. Now we are ready to go in with some foundation. This is just some Almay Truly Lasting Color, and it's like really old. I've had it for a long time. I'm going to try this new foundation brush that I got yesterday. So it's just a flat foundation brush, and I don't use foundation every day either. I haven't used foundation in a long time, actually. I usually just do like cheeks, lips, and eyes, and I'm out the door. I don't put a lot of this other stuff on, but we're going to try this brush out today, and so far it's blending really nicely. You could also use like a beauty blender or beauty sponge, but we'll get into that in a minute. Just putting this on to kind of cover any redness and even out my skin. And like I said, I'm not any type of pro or anything like that. I'm just a regular everyday mom. So if you have a different way of doing things, then stick to doing it however it works best for you. This is just the way that I'm doing it. Just trying to cover up any blemishes and things like that with the foundation. And you want to make sure that you blend it into your neck area really well, because you want your chin and neck to match your face. And you want to get a shade that kind of matches your skin tone. I'm not, too good at trying to match stuff at the store. And you're really not going to know how it looks on until you get home. So overall, I think this brush is okay. But I'm going to also try the Beauty Blender. And what I've done is just taken this, and it's damp. And so what you do is dampen it with the water. And then you squeeze it out. And then you also take like a towel, a cloth of some type. You could use a paper towel even, to kind of wring more water out of it so it's not too wet when you go to put on your makeup. And we'll try this and see if it works any better. It does feel really nice on the skin, so, and you just want to smooth everything out, make sure it's all matching there. Okay, I think that's good enough. Next is concealer. So I'm trying this new e.l.f. Camo Concealer. It's a matte finish, which is good for me since I have oily skin. And there's what your brush looks like. I'm hoping this color is nice and brightening. Just gonna go under the eyes, up here on the forehead, in these areas here to brighten it up a little bit. And really want to get under those eye areas really well. And with that, I'm going to use the pointed end of the Beauty Blender here to kind of just buff that in under the eye. It blends in really nicely, and it adds that coverage and that brightness under the eye, because we don't want to have any dark circles or look sleepy. I want to blend that all in really well. Blend it in up here on your forehead. And it doesn't take a whole lot of the product. To really conceal everything. It gives good coverage, so I like that. Well, just make sure it's blended really well. That's the key to making it look good. Now the next thing is the bronzer. And bronzer can be tricky. I'm just gonna go in with this flat foundation brush. I'm gonna wipe it off on a towel. And I'm just gonna go in with this bronzer. I actually got this from Dollar Tree. I don't know if you can see the color that well, but for bronzer, you just kind of want to suck in your cheeks and kind of go along here. And blend it really well, and it's okay because I am going to go with the Beauty Blender here in a minute. So it doesn't take much. So now I'm just going to use the Beauty Blender. I'm going to use this flat side. Just going to blend that in. And you can see it kind of just disappears a little bit. And then I'm also going to take and put some kind of up here on my forehead. And we're going to blend this out as well. So you just want to kind of contour your face a little bit with it. So you kind of make like a 3 shape. So you go from here to here and then down on your jawbone area, and it just kind of bronzes your face up. Okay, and with this again to kind of blend it out a little bit. It's just gonna give your face a nice little shimmer, a little bronziness. Just a nice natural bronze to the face. And once you feel like that's blended out enough, we're gonna go in with some blush. And I'm using this brighter pink color because this is what I like and it's been well used. And you just want to go in like above the bronzer area. So you can kind of start like from the edge of your eye down, and you kind of just want to put it into that area right there. Doesn't take a whole lot to get a nice color. Just right above that bronze area. So there's that. And you can also kind of blend that out a little bit as well if you feel like it's too much. Okay, so next what we're going to do is we're going to go in with some powder. I'm just using this CoverGirl True Blend Mineral Powder to set everything in place. And it does not take much of this stuff at all. And honestly, I don't really like this powder very much. I feel like it doesn't match my skin that well, but I've been using it for a while. I'm just trying to get rid of it. So I'm just taking a little bit on a brush and just tapping the excess into the lid here. I'm just gonna go all over the face with this to set your makeup in place so that it will last all day. And I probably could use a fluffier brush for powder, but it's all right. You want to go over the entire face, getting that neck area, chin and neck area really well. Okay. Once we got on our powder, put any excess back into the container. Next, we're gonna go in with some highlights. And I have this highlight from Mary Kay that I'm gonna use. I like this color. And I'm just gonna take that same brush that I used for powder, just dip it in here. And you wanna kind of go, like make a little C shape above the blush area, up by the eye. And it just gives, it's not like a blinding highlight or anything. It just gives a little shimmer to the area, which I like. You can kind of see where the light hits it, and I'll zoom you in a little bit for a better look. But I also put some right here on my forehead, kind of where we put like that little concealer earlier, just to give it a little bit of a shimmer. Some on the tip of the nose and the Cupid's bow, and then a little bit on your chin. And I'll zoom you in so that you can see what that looks like kind of when the light hits right there. You can kind of see that highlight. Just a very subtle glow there. Okay, so there's the highlight. Next, we're going to go into our eyes. And I'm going to start by using this little spoolie here to do my eyebrows, just brushing them up and over. And I'm going to try this tinted brow gel today. And we're going to try this tinted brow gel before we do our eyeshadow. So I'm going to try this. It's brown and it's Wet n Wild. It's got this tiny little brush. So we're going to try that just by going in, and probably going to need a smaller mirror so that I can see what I'm doing up close. And it's just going to darken your brows a little bit, but it's also a gel, so it'll hold them in place during the day. And you just want to use that to brush them upwards a little bit and darken them. If you don't have, you know, a lot of natural eyebrow hair, you could use an eyebrow pencil. And that, I feel like that would be fine. I feel like that's fine. And I'm just gonna go back in with my finger right there. That's fine. If you mess up, you can also go in with some concealer and fix it as well. But it's pretty easy to use. I feel like that looks good. Once the brows are done, we already put on our eyeshadow primer earlier, so we're just gonna go in. All right, for my eyes, I'm just gonna use kind of 2 brushes and 2 little palettes. I have a neutral palette from Morphe that I've been using, so. And then also have one from Maybelline, and it's mostly gone also, but just some neutral brown colors. All right, first I'm gonna take this kind of golden color here. It's like a golden bronze, and I'm just gonna take it with this brush and just kind of put it in the crease of my eye and bring it on over the lid as well, and do the same thing on the other eye. Make sure they look the same before moving on to the next step. It's a nice kind of golden color. All right, then we're going to take this other brush that I have here. It's a little bit smaller, and I'm going to use it. I'm going to use this brown color in the center. And we're just going to put it down here on this lower part of our eye, but also get some of it into the crease as well. And you're only gonna go, let me zoom you in here so you can see. You're only gonna go like to the middle of the lid with that brown, and then we're gonna put like a shimmery gold color here. So I'm gonna use the same brush and do my other eye with the brown. Then we'll put a kind of bronze shimmery color in there. Just do the same thing on both eyes. Very easy look. You can do this for just every day, or you can also do it for like nighttime wear as well. And so just blend this really well. And then wiping off the same brush, I'm gonna use it again for this gold kind of shimmery color. I'm gonna take it and go along the lid, and we're going to kind of blend them in the center. So you just want to blend them together. And you'll kind of go over the brown with this a little bit. But let me bring you in so you can see what that looks like on this eye. So there's that. I'm gonna do the same with the other eye. So you want to blend it really well. You want them to look the same on both sides. Very important. Okay, so I will bring you in and show you what these look like. There we go. And now we're going to finish the eye by taking that first brush that we used, the larger brush here, and we are going to put a light color right beneath the brow bone. So I like to take a shimmery light color, like a champagne color almost, and just go right under the brow bone and fill in the top of the lid there. Super easy. This is like what I do every day before work when I have to go to the office. Not if I'm working at home. But very simple, very easy look. And then I like to take a light color kind of like so, and just go into the corners of the eyes here. It just kind of gives it a more awake look. There in the inner corner. You can also do your outer corner as well if you want to, but there's that. Okay, so that's eyeshadow. Next we're going to do liner, and you can use black, blue, green, whatever color liner you want to use. I'm just going to go in with a black liner and line the upper lash line with that. So, and there's so many different types of liners. I like the retractable liner pens. I'm not so big on liquid liner just because I haven't really messed with it a whole lot. And then I usually line the lower lashes with this as well. And then we're going to go in with this mascara. This one is from Thrive Cosmetics. It's called Liquid Lash Extensions. And what I like about this one is that when you get in the shower and the hot water hits it, it kind of all like comes off together just with hot water. So, and I think it really does make my lashes look nice. Now this one is a little bit pricey. I think I paid anywhere between $18 to $25 for this one, which typically I would just buy like whatever the drugstore one is. I've had the Lancome one as well and really liked it, but this one works really well because I didn't curl my lashes or anything, and I just put some on the upper and lower lashes. And that's just with one coat, as you can see. So, and it is in black. They do have other colors as well. It doesn't really get clumpy either, which I like in a mascara. So I'm gonna go over it with one more coat just on the upper lashes there, so you can really get a good idea of what this looks like. You just want to twirl it around. Okay, so here's what it looks like with 2 coats of mascara on the upper lashes. And now we're gonna finish off with the lips. Well, and then we have setting spray last. But for the lips, I'm gonna keep it simple. I'm just gonna go in with an Elizabeth Arden lip liner in the color Rustic, and just gonna line the lips with that. It's like a darker mauve color, I guess. And I know a lot of people do like that, like overlining where they draw their lips, their upper lip on bigger, but I'm not gonna do that. Just line the natural lip there. And then I'm going in with a Estee Lauder lipstick. I don't know the name of this color, but it's Pure Color Envy. And it's a really nice color. Just gonna put that on. Kind of blend it in with the lip liner. And last but not least, we have some setting spray to keep our makeup in place all day. So I'm using this e.l.f. setting spray. It does say to shake the product up before you use it. And you're gonna hold it about 8 to 10 inches away and just do like a Z kind of pattern. So close your eyes. Takes a few pumps before it'll come out. There's a very light scent to it. It feels nice and hydrating on the skin. And then the last thing that I'm gonna do is I'll probably top the lips with a little bit of lip gloss just to give it some shine and shimmer. So I'll show you that too. Okay, this is from Bath & Body Works. It's a shimmer tint, pearl mint color, but it has a nice smell to it, nice pepperminty smell, and it's gonna keep my lips nice and hydrated. So I'm gonna put some of this on just to give a little shimmer. It's kind of sticky, but it does add a nice shimmer. It has a nice smell, and it'll keep your lips kind of hydrated. So here is the finished completed face. Zoom you in so you can see. And all right, that is it. So thank you for watching. If you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, and see you on the next one.